9 reasons why the United States must defend Taiwan. 1. It's a matter of American security. There are more than 80,000 Americans in Taiwan. Protecting their physical security is paramount. If the U.S. allows China to take over, it will send a dangerous message. American citizens elsewhere will feel threatened. 2. If China seizes Taiwan, it will dominate the world. Taiwan's share of the global GDP is just 0.9%. But for a country of 23 million, that's quite a lot. For comparison, Nigeria's share is 0.51%. It has a population of 213 million. By taking over Taiwan, China will take over Asia. Asia already accounts for 39% of the global economy. If China is not stopped in Taiwan, it will dominate the continent. All commercial flows will gravitate toward China. This would be a huge blow to the American economy. 3. The US can't afford to lose. This is just basic power politics. China hasn't dared attack Taiwan because America is watching. If the US does nothing to stop an invasion, it will lose its power. Washington will not survive another Afghanistan fiasco. No other country in the world can possibly stand up to China. So Beijing will do everything to weaken the United States. If it wins in Taiwan, it will only become more aggressive. 4. The US risks losing its allies. Europe would never go to war against China. Most European leaders would prefer to cut a deal. Emmanuel Macron has said as much. Germany has embraced China as an alternative to Russia. The UK doesn't have a large enough naval presence in the region. If the US doesn't protect Taiwan, it will lose the Asian swing states. Countries such as India, South Korea, and Japan will feel betrayed. Malaysia, Indonesia, Pakistan, and Vietnam will have no choice. They'll be forced to accept Chinese dominance of the region. 5. An occupied Taiwan would make the world less free. Chinese companies and their subsidiaries would rule the market. Most Americans and Europeans would end up working for them. This would make them vulnerable to Chinese regulators. Ultimately, China would use soft power to manipulate the West. 6. Taiwan is strategically important. Taiwan is located at a critical node within a huge island chain. Essentially, it anchors a network of U.S. allies and partners. The chain stretches from Japan to the Philippines and into the South China Sea. It's vital for the entire Indo-Pacific region. If China takes over Taiwan, it will use it as a forward base. This would severely restrict the U.S. military's operations in the region. It would also threaten Japan, South Korea, and Australia. 7. Taiwan is a crucial manufacturer. A Chinese attack on Taiwan would trigger a global economic depression. It would cost the world trillions of dollars. Taiwanese companies make nearly 70% of the world's semiconductors. They produce around 90% of the most advanced chips. There's no way to replace that production capacity quickly. 8. An annexation of Taiwan would upend the global order. It would be a very dangerous precedent. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine, it would establish a pattern. Any authoritarian state would be free to attack a democratic neighbor. This would destroy international relations. Asia, Africa, and South America would erupt in violence. 9. Taiwan is one of Asia's very few democracies. It's a rare success story that serves as a role model. Taiwan's open political system is an alternative to China's. It demonstrates a viable path of development to the Chinese. If it's extinguished, the Chinese model will triumph. Beijing's crackdown on democracy in Hong Kong is bad enough, but this would be much worse.